My Home Friends podcast, back at it again. Introduce yourself real fast.
Hi everyone, my name is BB Fox.
T-True.
Shay. Kimley.
Okay, we're gonna start us off like this. First question. Something very simple.
Get right into it, huh?
Yeah, we're gonna get right. I want y'all to be honest. You know what I'm saying? Very honest. In a relationship, what are some of the things or mistakes women make in the relationships when dealing with men? We're talking about mistakes. Where do women go wrong? Things they do. We're looking for truth.
I have one.
Things that keep a man around and doesn't destroy your relationships. Okay.
All right, I have one. We were just talking about this.
Okay.
I feel like a big mistake that females make is telling the new guy what the bad things that the old guy did to them.
Okay.
And I feel like that makes you think that he's going to be like, oh, I'll never do that to you, babe. But I feel like sometimes that lets them know what you're willing to put up with. So when they're ready to do you dirty, they know what you're going to allow to happen.
And I'm gonna piggyback off of that. Another reason you should not tell a guy everything what happened in your past relationship is because they use that against you also. Because you're telling a man what the previous guy didn't do, so now he have an idea how to like woo you. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like if this guy didn't do A, B, C, D, E, F, G, what you think he's gonna do?
Right.
So now when he does what the other guy didn't do, you feel like,
even if it's not genuine,
you know what I'm saying?
Oh wow.
So that's one mistake a lot of women.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, mate?
And we all do it because that's like, you feel like it's like a bonding thing. Like you meet this guy and you're like, oh yeah, you know, the last guy, he used to talk down to me and but I stayed with him for 5 years. You know, then the guy's like,
he's just taking them?
yeah. Like
I'm about to take you through 7. 5,
okay.
I'm just
You
saying.
see if I can top that.
That's why we're talking mistakes women make. You have any mistakes, Brittany?
Giving too much.
Giving too much?
Overgiving.
Explain.
Overgiving time, overgiving money, overgiving gifts, overgiving advice.
Affection.
Because you can't move anyone that doesn't want to be moved.
Right.
So everyone has to move themselves.
Yeah.
And you can only say, when they come to you, okay, and then I can share with you what I have.
Right.
But when you're trying, even though from your heart, your perspective, I love you, I'm trying to,
Right.
I know this is going to work for you. It's never perceived that way. And to take up on the side of men, it isn't a man thing. It's just a human thing.
Right.
And then, so, yeah.
So you're talking giving. When should you limit giving though? Like, because let's say you're in a relationship, of course you want to help your man. So how far are you going to go to like be like, you know what, I'm going too far?
When it isn't being reciprocated.
Okay.
So you're never giving to look to receive.
Right.
Exactly.
Right? However, there comes a time where it's an energy thing. This whole world works off of energy.
Right.
So at a point, it becomes depletion when you feel it.
Right.
So there's no 3 months, 6 months book rule. It's a feeling based upon each person.
Okay.
You know.
So what about the man that can't give, like, but you think he can give?
See, that's the thing where a conversation needs to
you
be
see what I'm
put in
saying?
place
Yeah.
because everyone is at a different level.
Right.
Exactly.
So if we cannot assume things, and that's
Women assume. That's the biggest problem women have with men.
Yeah, without having conversations and having those tough conversations and asking those tough questions.
Right.
Those questions aren't tough. It's just if you
don't
are
want to face it.
Yeah, so if you're not in practice with having those tough conversations, so nothing is difficult. It's just practice.
Yeah.
Facts. Okay.
What was the question again?
Mistakes women make in relationships when it comes to dealing with men.
That was a good one.
I think
too much.
that
we do it a lot.
I think that women could play the victim a lot.
That's deep.
I think that we could play
That's
the
deep.
victim. I think that we say we find ourselves in these predicaments, and it's like you help yourself get there. So it's like we do that a lot. So when it's time to take accountability, that's what it is. Accountability.
Yeah.
We are the hardest beings in this world to take accountability. So that's the hardest thing for women in relationships. Because even me, like, it can be hard sometimes. It's hard to look yourself in the mirror like, okay, I'm wrong. You know? So I think that's what it is. That's really what it is.
So if you know just admitting to your wrongs is going to help your relationship, why is it so hard for you to like just admit, like, listen, baby, I'm wrong?
I'll say for me, like in the moment, I'll probably, you know, be in denial or whatever, but I'll later come to that. I'll later come to seeing that I'm wrong. I'm a person that likes to take accountability, so that's why I say that, because I see that a lot in us, you know? I even have friends that I can't address because they don't want to take accountability. So if I would bring this up, it will make them have to take accountability, so I can't say anything.
Y'all might get into it over that.
Exactly.
Okay.
So it's a common thing.
No, okay.
Yeah.
Shay?
I would say trying too much.
Ooh, okay.
Trying too much.
As in, us females put ourselves in predicaments where we feel like we know this person doesn't want much from us, but we try so hard to be the person for them. It could be from seeing their past relationship, and we're just like, I need to be this girl so he can love me this way. And sometimes we put ourselves in a situation, like we're trying so hard and we're stuck in these relationships for 3, 4, 5 years. He's gonna work, he's gonna be different one day, but
if I
you're
just
trying
prove
so
myself,
hard. You're trying so hard, and he's showing you, but you're like, I want to be that one. I want to be, you know. But it's.
So why is it so hard for a woman to like just wash their hands with that situation?
I honestly feel like
No, for real, because
I think it's when you
love only goes so far. To be honest with you.
But as a woman, we're nurturers, so I feel like once you invest time into a relationship and you see, you know what, a guy gave me a good example. He said, a guy would, I think it was on IG if I'm not mistaken, but he said what a guy would do is, all right, you meet a guy, he's giving you 50%, so you're accepting that 50% because you don't know he's giving you, right, he said you don't know he's giving you 50%. So now, you know, he gets to know you or whatever, he goes down to like 40%. You don't really notice the 40 because it's such a little bit, you know what I mean? So y'all still good. Now he goes down to like 20. You start to notice it or whatever. So he's like, all right. So he gives you another 5%. And it's like that little 5% that he gives you is like, oh, he's trying. So then we stay in it, not knowing that he went from 50, he's only giving you 25% now. But you're so happy with him trying.
I've never seen that video.
I know, I was like intrigued, and it was a guy saying this, and I was like, dang, that he's making sense, you know? And it's just like that little bit that they're throwing out to you, you're like, oh, he's really trying, let me stay. And I feel like that's the issue, is that females see your little trying and they look at that as, okay, this is a reason, let me see if it'll still work.
We try to see a potential, but it's not a potential.
We fall in love with the idea, baby.
Right.
We're like,
the idea.
Potential idea.
Right.
Oh man, okay.
You're right.
We think we can build them into what we want, but in reality we can't. We're not.
And men do the same thing.
They give us false hope, though.
They
give us false hope, you know? So
they do.
Also, you don't want to be the person, because some people throw these words out. Women, my mom did this, and they left me this, so you don't want to be the one. You want to be Mrs. Fix It. Oh, yeah. I'm going to be the one to change it. I'm not like that. You're a young girl. You don't understand what the future is. So you're saying, I don't want to hurt this person because we're human. We feel what hurt feels like.
Right.
You know that, but you may not have the emotional intelligence to decipher what you're feeling, to just know that that's just a feeling, but it's okay. You're not hurting someone. It's not a problem.
Right.
So,
but we tend to not understand that we can't fix people either, because we're breaking ourselves down. Now we're gonna have to fix ourselves back up while this person moves on.
Yep, and that's usually what happens. That's usually
and the words get thrown and pictures get painted.
She got deep now.
Yeah.
Listen, well, guys, this was a great topic.
Yes.
I really enjoyed this.
No, for real.
Yeah, that was
Nice.
Really enjoyed this. All right.